10 years after the Canterbury earthquakes, we do still see the economic scars on the region. And so really a large amount of attention is now focused on how do we actually improve the performance of these buildings and other sorts of infrastructure so actually they don't sustain damage. Or if they do sustain mild levels of damage, that damage can be repaired very quickly so that society can bounce back. So there has been a large amount of research by leading people in New Zealand to try and understand exactly what does our built infrastructure look like, where are the tall buildings, where are the shorter buildings, what particular structural forms do they have, when were they built, and what their seismic resilience might be. Take, for example, in the aftermath of a potential future large earthquake in the Wellington region, we can triage the places that emergency services visit in order to make sure that sort of hot spots where we may expect damage and negative consequences can be prioritised. Not all buildings obviously are used for the same thing, and some things undertake much more critical activities for society. So things like fire stations and hospitals, the level of equipment inside those buildings and also the criticality of the function of those buildings is such that we want significantly higher seismic resilience. We're also seeing in the commercial sector an increasing awareness of the need for seismic resilience, and particularly those commercial activities that have high value, high sort of density of equipment or otherwise critical data usage. We're seeing that actually they're demanding higher seismic resilience to make sure that they don't encounter any outages as a result of earthquakes. Insurances only cover a small fraction of the ultimate consequences that we feel. Therefore, preventing a lot of the damage from happening in the first place is really the most important step to take. But because of the fact that these damaging earthquakes are not happening every year, we need to improve the communication as to what are the potential consequences so that end users, building owners and people occupying buildings can make the choice themselves. What we want is to encourage people to adopt higher than minimum standard procedures because ultimately those people help drive new technology adoption, while at the same time progressively moving up that minimum standard as well as technologies and expectations continue to rise.